Hello children, today we are going to do the poem The Patriot, which is written by the author Robert Browning. Now this poem is a dramatic monologue that comments on the rise and fall of heroes as a result of whimsical crowd mentality. Influenced by Browning's experience of the rise and fall of heroes in Italy's premature struggle to free herself from Austria, that is from the years 1841 to 1849. So, it is a dramatic monologue. Now, this poem, it has a subtitle, An Old Story, and this subtitle has not been given in the textbook. So, the complete title of this poem is The Patriot, An Old Story. Now, this poem is divided into 6 stanzas which are numbered using Roman numbers. Now, these 6 stanzas are suggestive of 6 separate chapters. The subtitle, that is An Old Story, also underlines that the poem is universal. Now, universal means it is applicable to everyone and at all times. Crowds do not change and leaders also can fail or make mistakes. So, these things are universal and they can happen anywhere and at any time. So, as I said that this poem is a dramatic monologue. Now, let us study what a dramatic monologue is. In a dramatic monologue, the main character is the only one talking here. That is why monologue. Narrating his tale, which is one of dramatic rise and fall. Secondly, this is during a specific situation at a critical moment. Whatever the character speaks reveals his temperament and character. That is what a dramatic monologue is. Now, in this poem, we have certain allusions. We have the allusion to Icarus and Daedalus. Now, Daedalus was a master craftsman. Now, Daedalus along with Icarus was imprisoned by King Minos of Crete within the walls of his own invention, the labyrinth. Now, what is a labyrinth? It is a maze. So, as he was a master craftsman, he had made a beautiful maze, and King Minos, he had imprisoned Daedalus the father and his son Icarus in the same labyrinth. So, as he was a craftsman, he prepared 2 pairs of wings, one pair of wing for himself and the second pair of wing for his son Icarus. How did he make it? By sticking feathers with wax to a wooden frame. That is how he prepared these 2 pairs of wings. Now, wearing these wings, one pair of wings Daedalus wore and the second pair of wings his son Icarus wore, and they flew out of captivity into freedom. The captivity was in the maze or the labyrinth. Icarus flew higher and higher. His father cautioned him not to fly too high, but Icarus became ecstatic with the ability to fly and forgot his father's warning. So, Icarus flew into freedom and he was so overtaken with happiness that he forgot the warnings given by his father, who told him not to fly very high. So, he went higher and higher and he went very close to the sun. What happened as a result? The wax melted, the feathers loosened, and Icarus plunged to his death in the sea. This is how Icarus died, because of not listening to his father's advice and flying very close to the sun. Now, there are certain important words which are there in the poem, so we should know them before we do the poem. Shambles Gate. Now, Shambles Gate is a place where people would congregate. Congregate means they would gather to watch the public execution. So, the place where the people were executed. Next is the scaffold. Now, scaffold is a wooden platform used formerly for the execution of criminals. So, it was a platform, raised platform, where the criminals were executed. And next is the muttle. That is an evergreen shrub which has glossy aromatic foliage and white flowers followed by purple, black, oval berries. So, these are the important words of the poem. So now let us begin with the text with its explanation. Now I told you each stanza has been numbered with a Roman number, so which stands for the chapters. So chapter 1, that is the first stanza. It was roses, roses all the way, like myrtle mixed in my path like mad. The house roofs seemed to heave and sway, the church spires flamed, such flags they had, a year ago on this very day. So, on the path, that is, here we see the patriot is telling us what the situation was like exactly 1 year ago. That is, this very day was the day the patriot was entering the town and all the people of the town were welcoming him. So it was roses, roses all the way, with myrtle mixed in my path like mad. So on the path where the patriot was walking, roses and myrtle flowers were strewn in his path. These flowers convey the love, the passion that the people had for him. These flowers were mixed with each other like mad, which means that the people of the town were also mad for the patriot. The house roofs seemed to heave and sway, the church spires flamed, such flags they had. So people were standing on the rooftops of their houses and they were jumping up and down, because of which it seemed the roofs of the houses were heaving. Heaving means to lift itself, and they were swaying. Swaying means they were moving from side to side. It was because of the people. Then the church spires flamed, such flags they had. Now, church spires means the tops of the churches, the spires on the top of the churches, the spires seemed they had burst into flames because such flags they had. So they were decorated, the church spires were decorated with red flags of victory. They had been placed on the churches, so the church spires flamed because of the flaming red flags. A year ago on this very day. So all this was the situation when he entered the town on this particular day 1 year before. So we begin with the second stanza. It begins, or the chapter 2. The air broke into a mist with bells. The old walls rocked with crowds and cries. Had I said, good folk, mere noise repels, but give me your son from yonder skies. They had answered, and afterward what else? So he begins this stanza saying that the air broke into mist with bells. So this line is a very good example of visual imagery combined with sound imagery. Now this line, the air broke into mist with bells, it means the air became misty, and when it is misty you cannot clearly see what is across you. It is a little hazy, it is like a dream. So the poet is saying, because of the sound of the bells, because of the celebratory atmosphere created, everyone was focused only on enjoying. Everyone was carried away by the heat of the moment, including the patriot. The old walls rocked with crowds and cries. So the people were crowded all over the city, and the old walls of the city also seemed to be rocking with the crowd. Even the walls seemed to be crying out along with the crowd. They were all welcoming the patriot. They all wanted a glimpse of him. They all wanted to honor him. So the excitement was at its peak. At the moment, if the patriot says, all of this celebration is wonderful, but it is just mere noise. That is, had I said, good folk, mere noise repels, but give me your son from yonder skies. So if at this moment the patriot had said, thus this celebrations, they are wonderful, but they are just causing noise. I am not interested in it. It is very repulsive. But I would be happy if you give me the sun from the sky over there. They had answered, and afterward what else? If he had asked for the sun, what would the people have done? what would they have replied? They would have willingly given him the sun and asked, "What else do you want? What more can we do for you after we give you the sun?" I hope the poem is clear to you till here. We'll continue with the rest of the poem in the next video. Thank you.